It's like riding a bike. That was like one of the scariest highlights I've done in a long time.
Coolest freaking project ever.
Hey, welcome back to Nuclear Bunker Living. It's Nick, we have Ryan, we have Logan the Mandarin, we have Fitz! What are we doing here, guys?
Slacklining a silo.
First time ever slacklining a missile silo. And what is the name of this prestigious, profound silo here?
Mandalore, after the Star Wars series.
Very devastating, very diabolical. But once again, hey, enjoy this episode. Very, very cool. These guys are phenomenal, very talented. Check this out.
Come down the rabbit hole.
If you want to.
Oh, you just kicked my balls.
How much are they?
My balls? Priceless. For everything else, there's MasterCard. I got him.
Got a real firecracker here. So after a quick tour of the behemoth Titan 1 complex, we head back to Launcher 3. So the missile was just feeling like you're walking in and there was this 4.5 megaton nuclear missile right there.
So this thing's like on an elevator. It was on an elevator.
I think it was an elevator
Yep,
system.
it's a lift, yep.
And then when they launch it, that elevator gets cooked.
One time use.
It's a one-time use.
It was a one-time use.
That's fine. When you launch it, you're ruining the world anyway.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares about environmentalism at that point?
It was the 1960s, right? It didn't exist, right? That would have been like the control-alt-delete of planet Earth.
Yeah.
We all been fucked over.
That's why everyone was kind of stressed back then about that.
So, tell me about this potential world record attempt. Explain it to me.
It's like a treadmill. It's going to just go in a circle and we stay in the middle. And we're going to try to walk it longer than anybody's ever walked on a Highline. You know, the big world record ones are like a pain in the ass to set up. So they're kind of limited on how long. And if he can walk longer than you can technically even rig, then it's just like extra funny because then you can't technically beat it.
Okay, so this one?
Yeah, this
The
one.
Trojan one!
Let's go!
Let's get the gear.
Before they can grab their gear, the goats introduce themselves and hatch their diabolical plans.
No, you stinking goats. No, that's fine.
You got food right there. Yeah.
You sluts! All of you are sluts! Sluts! All of you!
Where's the sheep herder when you need one? You know?
What? No! Wrong! Get back!
You know what? You can pick them up as mules.
You have your own Sherpa.
Super fucking good enough. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, good enough. You don't have anything in like loose pockets or anything? How heavy is your backpack? Give me a number.
20.
It's pretty hard to haul with a bag.
So just as the crew begins their initial ascent, they come across a severe problem.
So what's going on is the anchor's coming out, and I'm trying to back her up with the other rope with 2 ascenders.
For reference, we're attached to something you can see pulling out of the wall up there.
Try to just go slow.
Hey Ryan, come to
my
me.
God.
Come to me. Thank you. Dude, it was like shaking bad.
Come up slowly and smoothly. I'm whipping you up a special sandwich, and then we're gonna like reset some stuff up here.
Just stay calm.
Stay calmer than us, please, for God's sakes. So I'm gonna slide this down to you, and we're gonna send it on white. Blocking, coming down. Good job. It's your first time ascending. This is called hazing.
Dense
You
that
better
so she
keep
can
that
see.
rolling if that anchor fucking
Oh, I'm not
blows.
pressing any button. It was flush to the wall when we started.
Was it?
Yes.
Fuck. That's the anchors I want to use for the Highline.
That was while you were ascending.
Oh God, my butt. My butt's just like tighter than it was when I started.
Oh my gosh.
Logan, the anchor's coming out that she's going up on. We backed her up, but we don't want you to come up on that anchor. We're gonna fix the rope.
The least exciting part of our journey has turned into the most exciting bolt adventure I've ever had.
Like, it's hard to identify if something's failing, right? The entire thing's coming apart. I can't see it. I'm not looking right at it. It makes me too nervous. How's it going over there?
It's about 1.5 inches off the wall. As soon as you can switch over to climbing this off of that line, I would do that.
Yeah, she's fine.
There you go.
Do that.
Yeah!
After re-rigging the ropes, Logan can now proceed to climb. How many feet of rope is that?
Well, we've just got all kinds of things. We got anchor material, we got the webbing, but we've got about 75 feet that we're gonna walk on. More than enough. It's usually the way I like it. System works.
How you doing, Logan? You're supposed to yell air duct. This is such a good video.
Yeah.
We haven't even highlined yet.
And we've had so much action.
She almost died. We lost an air duct. The ceiling's falling down. Our original plan was to use these, and that definitely isn't happening. I don't know what's behind it. That one's actually coming out too. I don't know about pipes, man. They're like...
I know, I'm trying to find anything that's like really attached to the wall that also isn't mangled. Well, actually, if we go to that pylon there, we can go from here to there, and then we won't have to worry about the railing if we just like scorpion.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go here to there.
So what's the plan, Stan?
All right, so we've got a lot of hardware that's been sitting in the water for about 60 years now, so we're not using any of that. We're gonna wrap columns. You can see flashlight right there, and flashlight right there. So we're gonna wrap those guys. We're gonna set up a Highline and just enjoy this cool spot before we get real and try to set a world record.
Gotcha, we're just normal Highline.
Normal Highline first, and then we're going to infinity.
And beyond.
Then we're going to infinity.
So,
Infinity and beyond. And by the way, I have this, and this, and this, and this.
Okay, so you've got lots of material too.
60-meter rope. And don't touch my coffee.
right?
Yeah, I'm actually really fucking psyched.
After about an hour, the crew gets their first Highline rigged for testing.
All right, so we've got two 12-foot span sets that are just girthing directly onto here. We've got 3-inch rebar that's reinforcing this concrete. And after our experience with the other fixtures that we could use in here, I think this is the most confidence-inspiring anchor in the entire area. And given that this is meant to feel the side of a missile rocket, maybe not survive it, but at least survive long enough that the rocket gets out of here, it's gotta be pretty strong.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is working out so perfectly is a dream come true. I think this is the easiest rig that I've ever had in my life.
You're supposed to say it's hard.
We are redundant and beautiful.
Logan is the first to test the line.
I should have thrown like or like sharp trap.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, love that. I love that. See if Amanda can even stand on it. You got it. Come on. Are they?
It's like riding a fucking bike. That's good.
How's that feel?
That was like one of the scariest Highlines I've done in a long time. Yeah. It's like, it's a no whip line. And like luckily it was so scary I didn't even think about the ceiling falling down on me.
Fuck yeah, that's so sick.
So Does it feel radioactive?
It's awesome, man. Good night, my someone. Good night, my love. Sleep tight, my someone.
Nice.
Now, after getting that out of the way, the crew is ready to set up the infinity line, which could potentially break the world record.
Logan rappelled into where he's at and then climbed the leash that's on the rope backup and the pink tube. And we weren't sure how long to make the rope, so it is what it is and we can adjust it as we see fit. Sitting on there right now, you're like 0.8, 0.7. So how much do you weigh?
145.
So it's like 100% of what he is. So how's it feel to be on there? Does it look hard to stand up?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because it's so angled. Feels like when you bring a crazy rodeo in the park.
What on earth?
Whoa! I will say, I'm not super willing to walk this for 4 kilometers.
It's still fucking cool.
Oh!
Headlamp?
Yep.
Thank God it wasn't GoPro.
Okay, he is a lot closer to us. Logan's a lot closer to us. What's our number over there?
Number is 92.
92 pounds, and we're at 190 pounds. So 90 and 190 instead of what it was earlier, which was almost your weight when you were in the middle.
Okay, so when I was looking at this and I was assuming it was going to be double the force, I was totally not accounting for the fact that half the force is on this line and half the force is on that line. So when you're doubling the force, you're doubling what is half of his weight.
We would need some sick-ass pulleys here to make this butter. Have you walked Infinity on the ground? Yeah, like it's possible. It's just like, can you do it for 3 hours? That's the fucking challenge. Wow. Wow, you are so close. Oh my God.
After testing the infinity line with the current rigging, the infinity plan is now aborted. More experimental rigging is required.
You really are Peter Peanut. Pizza, you love this
How was it?
That was fun. Would recommend if you like hard whips.
So before they can get all back out on the line, Fitz makes a big mistake.
Yeah. It looks like it's still got some good buoyancy. There's paddles in there too, Fitz. Oh, looks like yeah, that's yes. I'm gonna tie her off over here. Sick. All right. Thank you for your patience.
Since the idea popped into my head, this is truly a dream come true. Whether I make it very far or not, I'm just happy to be right here.
painstaking project ever. Alright, so just like a 10,000 foot overview, what we got going on here is we've got a 160 foot silo right behind us from the ceiling all the way down to the water that fills up the silo. And the way we get up to the slackline is we have to ascend all of these ropes that are hanging. And main thing that we got to worry about when we're doing that is that we're always clipped into something. Don't want to fall down all the way to the bottom. And once we get to the top, there were some cement columns that we wrapped the slackline around, and then we got to walk it.
Yeah, we were originally going to use the anchors in the ceiling, but they started to fall out.
As I was dragging up the ropes.
Yeah, so we're like, backed her up, and we're like, and use these big concrete pillars. And then we're able to try to rig several different styles of slack lines. One is just tight where we walk it, other ones where it's droopy in the middle, and that's a rodeo line. And you can do lots of fun things. We were swinging, hanging from our toes, and just walking.
That was really interesting. I think it was the first time we've ever rigged a Highline off of hangovers in a way where there would be a little bit of line slip. So it was really like an interesting experience for us to kind of experiment with that and learn from that so we can kind of progress that.
Trying to make it like a treadmill to where it would just continuously walk and we could walk for as long as we wanted. There's a lot more science that's gonna have to go into that and power. But nonetheless, this thing is amazing. It looks like being in one of those starships in Star Wars. Just the height, the size, like there's very few caves that are this big, and to think this is man-made is just insane.
No, it makes me realize that you can highline in really flat places. Like maybe there's hope for Florida.
Oh!
No, honest, I think one of the coolest things about being in here and being in this space is with highlining, one of the hardest parts about putting together a team and a project and a mission is we're constantly fighting weather and things that we don't have control over. And so being in a man-made structure that you've controlled all of the elements in here, it's pretty neat to know that we don't have weather constraints,
I think it's
time
raining
constraints.
today.
Yeah, like I don't know what's happening outside, but
It's probably snowing right now.
It's snowing. Well, I wouldn't know.
Well, this is your playground, guys. This is your, you know.
This is a nice blank
Activity hub.
canvas to do like more creative stuff than we even just did here. Now that we have a space like this, we thought about rope jumping, but there's a lot of tetanus reasons you wouldn't want to do that.
There's 10 reasons or tetanus reasons.
Now the decor here is a touch of tetanus.
It adds to the rustic charm.
A lot of rust.
The rustic charm.
Yeah, it's just really neat. To get a chance to do this is incredible. If Nick ever lets you come over here, you should come do that.
Oh my gosh, that's the coolest freaking place I've ever been in my life.
I mean, there's a lot of historic places you can go to, but for my perspective, just how overbuilt this place is and the level of engineering that went into here for the time this was built
Just
makes
think
it
like,
amazing.
like 57 years ago, behind you was a 100-foot tall, 4.5 megaton nuclear missile with a warhead that was aimed to be deployed to Moscow, Russia.
But yeah, this wasn't hollow. This had a bomb in it, and it's crazy to be the world's still at conflict. But it's cool that a place like this could be turned into something that'll be amazing. Yeah, it's amazing that they're renovating this place to actually be something that's fun. And so if anybody is in a place that's struggling, it's like there's always hope. Like someday it'll get better. And I mean, this is just a representation of that. A place that used to be for conflict is now something that we had a lot of fun in here.
Well, thank you for pacifying it for us.